In today's lecture of Jigs and Fixtures, we are going to study tool design and what are the basic requisites of tool design. Let's understand one by one. Let's first understand what is tool design. As the name suggests, tool design is a process of design and development of tools as well as various methods and techniques required to improve overall manufacturing process and production rate. The basic aim of tool design is to reduce overall manufacturing cost while maintaining the quality, and it can be achieved by considering following points while tool designing. First, tools should be easy to operate and safe to use. Its cost should be less. It should be reliable and can be used to produce parts of high quality. Tool design should be foolproof. It should have adequate tool life. My dear friends, these are the points that have to be taken into consideration while designing the tool. Let's go ahead. What is the need of jigs and fixtures? Now, while carrying out any machining operation, it is required to hold the workpiece securely onto the work table. You agree with that? So that the workpiece will remain in its position and it can go through the machining operations. In operations like turning, boring, tapping, reaming, etc., it is required to guide the tool if there is a mass production. This provision will reduce overall machining time. Let's take an example. In certain process, it is required to drill 4 holes of diameter 20 mm on the workpiece of dimension 100 by 100 mm. Now, to carry out this operation, first of all, the operator will have to mark the exact position of the holes onto the block of workpiece, isn't it? Then, with the help of vernier caliper or with the help of scale, which will consume lot of time after marking actual drilling operation that can be performed afterwards. This situation or process can be acceptable if there are less number of products, but in case of mass production, this process cannot use as lot of time will be consumed in marking, which results in less production. So to avoid such situations, various devices are used with the help of which one can increase the production rate by minimizing idle time. Now, these devices are classified as production devices and inspection devices. We will talk first about production devices. These are generally work holding devices with or without tool setting and tool guiding arrangements. The devices are known as jigs and fixtures. Jig is a device which holds and positions the workpiece as well as locate and guide the cutting tool relative to the workpiece. Fixture is a work holding device which only holds and positions the work accurately but does not guide or locate or position the cutting tool. Jigs and fixtures are used in the manufacturing of duplicating parts accurately and precisely. Jig and fixture reduces workpiece setting time by positioning the workpiece relative to the machine and tool. In some cases, these devices can also be used to support complicated and dedicated workpieces. These devices can also be used to accommodate multiple workpieces in single setting to allow their assembly and other multiple operations. Now, inspection devices. These devices are used to examine the workpiece, that is, to check the accuracy, and these devices are also called as, what is the another name for that? That is the inspection fixtures. That means in the exam they may ask you what are the inspection fixtures. You have to answer it accordingly. Dear friends, while studying metrology and quality engineering, you will come to know that inspection devices are the integral part of manufacturing industry. For example, go-no-go gauge, a simple gauge that can provide you inspection fixture for 2 times. That is, it will check the go dimension, it will check the possible allowable dimension. Again, at the same gauge, you will come to know that no-go gauge will perform the operation for not allowing dimensions. You will come to know these all concepts in the subject of metrology, but you should know the basics of this. So, what is the difference between jigs and fixtures? Jigs and fixtures, if you go on considering the difference, the function of jig fixture is same, that is to hold the workpiece accurately and precisely onto the machine table and to achieve higher production rate in case of manufacturing of identical parts. The basic difference between jigs and fixtures is that jig provides tool guiding and setting arrangements, whereas no such means are provided in the fixture. Generally, in drilling, boring, tapping, and reaming operations, it is required to guide the tool. So, in these operations, jigs are used. Jigs are rarely clamped onto the machine table, but however, diameter of holes to be drilled are greater than 6 mm. It is required to clamp the jig to the machine table securely. Fixtures are used in the machining process like milling, turning, grinding, broaching, etc. Fixtures are heavier than the jigs and generally clamped to the machine table securely. Now, what are the requirements of jigs and fixtures? As jigs and fixtures are used for holding the workpiece rigidly and accurately with respect to machine tool, any fault or inaccuracy present in these devices would directly affect the manufacturing accuracy. So it is necessary to closely monitor the design and manufacturing process of jigs and fixtures. It is a duty of tool designer to manufacture a suitable jig or fixture with minimum cost and still maintaining good quality. While designing jigs and fixtures, designers should have to consider following requirements. First, accuracy. Second, machinability. Third, simplicity. Next is a cost reduction. Next, interchangeability, swap disposal, ease of handling and operation, rigidity, safety, and wear resistance. Already, my dear friends, we have discussed in detail about that. I will just include single point related to each sub point. Accuracy. Now, jigs and fixtures should be accurately designed and manufactured. Machinability, that is, it is an ease with which a metal can be machined. Therefore, the material selected for manufacturing of jig and fixture should have good machinability. Simplicity. Complicated jigs and fixture increases manufacturing cost without adding any value. Therefore, they should be as simple as possible. Cost reduction. Cost of jigs and fixtures should be as less as possible. Cost of jig fixtures can be reduced by using perform materials, standard components, and by eliminating unnecessary operations. Interchangeability. Inspection devices provides interchangeability. Also, jigs and fixtures are designed such that they can produce interchangeable products. Swap disposal. Now, what is swap disposal, my dear friends? We have talked. Swap is a format of chips, and there are three types of chips, as you know from the production process. That is a continuous chip, discontinuous chip, and continuous chip with built-up edge. And it depends on the material ductility. That is more ductile, more continuous chip, more brittleness, discontinuous chip. Moving next, ease of handling and operation. Jig and fixture should be designed such that it facilitates case of handling as well as operations. Rigidity. Jigs and fixtures must be strong enough to withstand various forces produced in the machining operations. And last but not the least, an important point, that is safety. Jigs and fixtures should be designed for safety. Another point that is commonly asked in the exam is related to wear resistance. So we'll listen wear resistance and what is it? Wear resistance. As jigs and fixtures are used in mass production, considerable amount of wear may be observed which affects the accuracy. So to eliminate this, suitable hardening techniques can be used to increase wear resistance of the devices. You agree with this? We'll go again forward. Advantages of jigs and fixture. Advantages of jigs and fixture includes, write down and make a note of it. I will point first. Advantages of jigs and fixture: increase in productivity, accuracy, interchangeability, skill reduction, and cost reduction. These are the 5 main advantages of jigs and fixture. We'll discuss one by one. Increase in productivity. Jig and fixture eliminates necessity of marking and positioning. Therefore, considerably reduction in the amount of idle time. Therefore, it reduces operational time and therefore the productivity is increased. In the term of accuracy, because of jig fixture, workpieces are automatically located onto the machine table and tool is also being guided without any manual work. Therefore, accuracy of overall process totally increases. Interchangeability. Jig and fixture facilitate interchangeability as parts produced by it are identical and can be replaced with one another. Skill reduction. Use of jigs and fixture simplify overall process of manufacturing by reducing the dependency on the operator's skill. A semi-skilled person can be used to operate jigs and fixture. The devices saves operators fatigue by reducing job handling time. And last, cost reduction. Reduce labor cost, higher production rate, decrease expenditure on quality control, less scrap and rework, easier and faster assembly results in substantial reduction in the cost of manufacturing. Moving to the next point, that is the disadvantages of jigs and fixtures. Jigs and fixtures are designed according to the job requirement. In case of design change, previously available jigs and fixtures are not useful and it is required to change jigs and fixtures being used. It involves considerable tooling cost. Any error in these devices may affect the accuracy of all the jobs. Now, non-availability of jigs and fixtures may lead to production stop or delay. Now, dear friends, these are the 4 points of disadvantage you have to write in the answer paper. Now, when we consider analysis for operational planning, what are the types of analysis or what is the primary analysis that has to be done? First, it starts with a procedure of survey of all operations. Second step includes resume of that operation. Third, type of material used and its properties. Next, accuracy tolerance and quality requirements. Next, material handling methods. Next, machine requirements. Special tools, jigs and fixtures and methods required. Work area and working condition. So this is called as a primary analysis with 8 steps. Now in secondary analysis, we study details of every single operation performed during the operation and most economical ways for doing it. And the secondary analysis includes required quantity to be produced, production rate, operation required, power and capacity requirement, number of holes to be drilled or number of cuts required, desired work cycle time and motion study. So in all, these are the 7 points in secondary analysis. The main aim of this analysis was to keep man motion as simple as possible. Now, there are 5 classes of motion. How? The first is finger, wrist, forearm, wrist, forearm, upper arm, wrist, forearm, upper arm and body. So, you have to search these motions and you have to get acquainted with the basics of this. Then, what are the information obtained from operation analysis is used to decide division of work, which includes determination of number of operations required, method of location, clamping, chip control, tool guides and positioning. And if you go on details of this, that includes locating, a determination of required locating points and locating surfaces to be used. Clamping means requirement can determine by studying work cycle. Chip control, with the help of chip control technique, it is possible to reduce operators fatigue. Manual chip removal is only suitable for lower production application. That is the point to be considered. Positioning, at this stage required positioning means can be determined. Availability of standard positioning devices can be considered while doing this. And tool guides, according to accuracy required, availability of machine tool, suitable tool guiding devices can be selected for the particular operation. My dear friends, as an introduction of jigs and fixture and from the syllabus point of view, this is the first module that will be asked in the exam. Please listen this video very carefully, make a note, and for any doubts, we will be having a discussion session on Zoom meeting in this weekend. Till then, go on studying. Thank you.